we are
Oh
live.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're
I
live
mean,
right now.
we're live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
live on YouTube
Cool.
and on Twitch. We got like a dual thing here. I'm trying to load up our intro music, and it's gonna take a while because my computer is slowing down for some reason because I got too many things going at once.
We're crossing streams.
Yeah, we're crossing streams. We also got our guest liberal stooge here. You know, he knows a thing or two about that kind of thing.
I love
So
his username, liberal stu. uh,
yeah, man, it's like you know, he knows all about like all that stuff where it's like back when they had like Legends of the Hidden Temple and then like you know all that other things going on too. They had this
Cool.
conspiracy where they were going to use a sequel to Legends of the Hidden Temple, but they ended up just like airing reruns, which was like the biggest ripoff in the world. And it's like, oh yeah, that was a huge disappointment. Yeah, so let me just go over a little bit of the Legends of the Hidden Temple lore, and it's not so much lore as it is speculation. So Legends of the Hidden Temple was a game show on Nickelodeon, and they would have like these kids, like you know the purple parrots and like the silver monkeys or whatever. No, I think it was the green monkey, the silver barracudas, and the purple parrots, and I think there was like maybe I think there were 6 teams in total. It's like a color and an animal, right? And then they would have to compete, and then there's like a question and answer segment where they would basically give them a story about something, and then they have to answer questions based on that story. And then it's usually some kind of legend, and then they would have to go in the temple, which is like kind of like an obstacle course, and there are these temple guards that would grab them. And from the games earlier, they would get these pendants of life, which they could give to the guard to make them go away. But if they don't have a pendant of life, then they would get taken like by the guard, like backstage, I guess. You know, they get captured, which is interesting because your team could get up to 2 pendants of life, and the first kid, let's say he loses his pendant of life, and then he gets caught by another temple guard and he gets taken backstage, and then the second kid doesn't have a pendant of life. He gets caught by a temple guard, gets taken backstage. And then the host is like, oh, looks like you guys didn't win, but you still won these prizes from these other events and blah 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 blah. And like the first kid who got taken backstage, he's back with the host. The second kid is nowhere to be seen, and the credits start rolling, and you're like, yo, what happened to that second kid? Like, yeah. So that was that was the story of Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's just in case you guys wanted to know what happened with that show and why Legends of the Hidden Temple 2 was going to be a big deal, but then it turned out to just be reruns, and it's terrible. All right, so now on to Blizzard and how much Blizzard is a terrible, terrible company.
oh, we're really talking about. Oh,
Are you there, liberal?
let's throw out some hashtags on Twitter right now.
Yeah, man, I didn't know if I should interrupt or anything, but
No,
yeah.
you can
Oh yeah,
interrupt
feel free
whenever
to
you
jump
want.
in.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
jump
the
in whenever
show
you want.
was. I just remember being like 6, man, and going out and doing something and playing and coming back and thinking like, oh fuck, I missed Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, man, it was it was an interesting show for a child, you know.
I
Good
don't know
stuff.
what Legends Hidden Temple is.
I just explained to you what it was. I gave you like a play-by-play on what Legends.
Right. But okay, yeah. Okay, no, I just Googled it, and I know, okay, this looks familiar now.
Oh, okay.
It looks familiar.
Yeah. It's got the host. It's got like the like some other thing, some kids, you know, some stone temple, like temple man thingy that talks, and like he looks like he also like might. He looks like he's responsible for the second kid not appearing during the credits, you know? You're like, what happened to that kid? I think Olmec had something to do with it. Like,
Yeah, he's just like a sex slave in a dungeon somewhere in some
oh,
studio.
he's like little kid. Oh man, we're gonna get flags. Anyway,
So
and this is really what it is now. It's like this is our own game show where it's like you see like how long you can last without getting flags, and like the more edge you push in your video, the more points you get. But then when you get flagged, you're out, and it's like, yo, this could be a new contest. It's like, you know, like YouTube survivors or something like that. Like, yeah, where you got to try to just like, you know, not get bans, but also try to be the edge.
I'm glad you say that, because remember how we're talking about to like use. Basically, shit. What's the username? Basically, your name got 3 times before you joined the call. So I'm so sorry, Tentacle Prince.
Wait, what happened?
Huh? Like
Oh.
we just used your
Okay.
like 5 times.
Well,
So it's out there.
okay. Well, that's not my real name because my real name is actually Jan,
Tentacle Prince.
which is why I actually was so very, very much inspired by Jan Rankowski because he happened to have the same first name as me.
Why did you say your actual real name?
Wait.
If you didn't want to say your not real name.
Okay, so let me just mute this.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to just like actually, you know what? I'm just gonna mute the game and then I'm going to stream the game mute, so that way people will have something to look at while we're talking about the disaster that Blizzard had. So I'm gonna just put a window capture.
We don't need to talk about it. Well, I'll talk about that maybe. Hey guys, come up with the hashtags. What's been going on lately? What are people searching on Twitter right now?
Well, I mean, WSJ kills kids has been suppressed, so I don't think that that's like, you know, a thing.
WSJ
What if we instead call it WSJ?
The shooting. What happened? Where was that shooting? What's it called? LA?
California.
California shooting? Here it is. California shooting.
No, I think we can do WSJ is Olmec. You know, that way it's like kind of like, you know, a
WSJ kills kid. I found it.
No, but they're censoring that hashtag, so instead we
they're censoring it.
WSJ is Olmec. Olmec being the guy from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I don't know how to spell. You put that on your own Twitter, dude.
I don't know. Use the Business Boys Twitter. Like, do you have the password, the login for that?
No, I'm using my own, dude.
Oh man,
Wait, what's this WSJ kills kids? Because I've been Wall Street Journal kills kids.
They took money from kids, from a kids research charity called St. Jude's.
I just put WSJ.
So they got $26,000 for research for cancer research for children or something like that. And WSJ convinced them and YouTube Super Chat for Good, which is like a way to get the YouTube Super Chats directly donated to charity, to take that money from St. Jude's and give it to Nazis instead. So that was that's basically what
It's terrible for me to laugh, but what the fuck?
Yeah, I sent you a link to a PewDiePie video earlier where he explains the situation as much as he can understand it, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? What? That's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, so what it was that you had, what is it called? The heel stream. I talked about that, which was like trolling for charity, right, in that episode. And I was explaining how like they were just, you know, being trolls, but the money was going to a charity, and it was pretty successful. And then what happened is a Wall Street Journal journalist decided to talk about how that this was bad, how they were like normalizing hate speech, and like, oh, these are, and of course they were making jokes. They had Sam Hyde on there. Sam Hyde is a comedian, right? He's like, well, he's had his show canceled on Adult Swim or something, World Peace, for I don't know, because he was too edgy. See, that's like that's the real edge when it comes to an edgy comedian. He was the $1 Million Extreme guy, and he called in on the heel stream. He did a cameo appearance. He was there, and then he was like, "Hey, I want St. Jude's to find the kids who are subscribed to my channel, and I want to make sure that they get a little bit extra medicine, okay? And also I want to find the kids who have anything negative to say about me, or kids who downvote my channel. Like, if they're not subscribed, that's fine, whatever. But if they say something bad about me, they die now." Like, he's saying this.
Come on, man.
It's like, obviously he's joking, right? Like, no one is gonna believe that he's being serious.
But it's just in really bad taste with these sick kids, man. That's fucked.
So it's super fucked.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's doing this, and then people are like donating money. People are donating more money because they're finding him funny, basically. So
yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, is it good or bad?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like,
I feel like that really shines a light on the way of the world.
Well, Wall Street Journal is also the entity that got PewDiePie kicked off of, like, I think, you know, the Disney / YouTube like special or whatever, you know, special YouTube, where you have to pay to watch him or something like that.
Like YouTube Red, you mean?
Was it YouTube Red? I don't know if it was a thing that they had
Oh.
before YouTube Red or.
Oh yeah, they had something different.
Yeah. So it
Before
was
that.
it was one of those things. So
Doesn't matter.
It had like a scare PewDiePie as a thing.
So like they got him removed from. That's it's actually interesting. Wall Street Journal is actually still this like influential force. I thought fucking Wall Street Journals of the world were dead for the most part because internet.
No, they have like an online following, I guess, like something like
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
Like they have like WSJ.com or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna see.
Well, I'm aware they have the online website. It's just like, people actually still give a shit about them.
Yeah, but it's like nothing compared to the boom of newspapers back in the day, you know, like the turn of the century, that type of business. It's like a shell of that.
Yeah,
It's a shell of its former self or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy is not working out very well. I can upload Steam, all right, and that's good. That works. But I'm not able to start this thing here. So I'm trying to get people to see my gameplay, my epic gamer skills, and to see how good at video games I am. But that's not quite working out that well. All right, let me
play some video game.
Capture.
You know, I'm actually on Hearthstone right now and feeling like I record my Hearthstone games.
Yeah,
people probably wouldn't give a shit, but at least it'll be visual like distraction.
Yeah, so I want to see if this works out. So yeah, we got game capture, and it is not showing anything. Yeah.
And I would be recording it, except my like dinky ass MacBook Air has now ran out of storage in its 120 gigabyte hard.
MacBook Air used to be like, it's now the economy MacBook from Apple, but was that always the case? Or because I remember when it first came out, it was like super thin, and I thought it was like really expensive.
Holy shit! I think it always was the case. Pro, all the time, and it would be higher in specs.
The Pro
MacBook
was
Air
bigger though, and heavier.
Yeah. That's a good question, actually. I never thought about that. I forget. Which one was cheaper when it came out?
I don't know. I think that it was the specifically the Air, at least back then. I don't know if it is now.
It definitely was like on all.
Well, anyway, so did you guys cover any of the stuff about the Blizzard and how their marketing campaign was a bad idea?
I saw a few YouTube videos.
I saw.
That's it.
Your voice cut out there. Were you saying something?
No, I said that's it. You probably like saw more than I did.
Okay. Yeah, so basically what I understand is they had a reveal of this new game for mobile. Is it the Diablo one? It might have been. And they're like, "Oh, it's out for the phone." And then everybody was like, "Boo." And then of course they were like, "Oh, hey, don't you guys have phones?" And then of course that turned into like a huge backlash because that's kind of like saying like, "Oh, you guys are poor, so it's like don't you're bad because of your poorness," or something like that. But they shouldn't have said that because the people who were attending the event, they had to pay to go there. Most likely, majority of the people there had smartphones that could run the game. However, people were disappointed because they wanted a real game. They don't want a game for the phone, the mobile phone, right?
R.I.P. all the mobile.
Yeah.
You should get yourself a game.
Yeah, I mean, so they wanted to get a real one, but they didn't. So, that's why.
A real one meaning like a PC game is what everyone was expecting.
Yeah, or on the Xbox One, or on the PS4, or whatever. Yeah, but they came out with like an Android or iOS app where it's like, oh, you can download this app and it's probably going to have microtransactions like crazy. It's probably going to have all this other stuff that like people don't want, and then that's that. Now they could have done it differently. They could have like I don't know if the game is good. I'm assuming that it's not because it's for mobile and most games on mobile are terrible. But if they actually did make a very good game, they could have been like, oh, they could have reframed it, right? They could have been like, this is going to make cell phones a legitimate gaming device. This is going to be like, which I still don't think is true. Like, in order to make cell phones into a legitimate gaming device, you need to have like a kind of like a Bluetooth controller thingy that you could snap on, similar to the Switch, where it's like a thing that you can snap, like maybe a case that you could snap your phone into, and then you would have like the controller on the sides of it, like you're using a Switch, which would work, but then you have the issue of phones being of different sizes, so it may not work out too smoothly. But
Well, because you're thinking of a legitimate gaming device as controller and joystick and whatnot.
yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking about. But what's ending up happening is like they probably have like one of those oh, you gotta build a city, a Clash of Clans type thing. What was the original one? I don't even remember what the original was, but it's one of those things. Yeah. So
I get what you're saying. If they have, oh, we're gonna use Diablo clout to combine with like mobile to really like legitimize mobile gaming, they essentially they'll be kind of like, they'll be kind of like Fortnite. What Fortnite? They're in every Samsung phone commercial, right? Because apparently you can play Fortnite on their phones.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
All right, now I think everybody can see the game, and it's like an actual game now. Yeah, we're gonna play as we're gonna play as Tosa because that's good. We're gonna set it to hard because that's gonna be better.
Yeah, you could still talk.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not pay too much attention to the game I'm playing, but it's really a marketing blunder. That's why we're putting this as history's business blunders, because they did drop the ball there. It's like when who compared it to? I think Mudahar compared it to the Xbox One having to be online all the time, and they messed up. The spokesperson messed up and was like, "Oh, well, we already have a device that is for people who don't have constant internet access. It's called the Xbox 360." And then basically said that, and then hey, what's it called? Sony was like, "Oh, this is how you share a game on the PlayStation 4. Here you go." And he hands a disc to his friends or his coworker, I guess, and then that was the whole thing. And that was that. Yeah.
So here's something stupid.
What?
I'm playing Hearthstone right now. So in Hearthstone, you have this friend quest where you play a game with a friend. If you play a game with a friend, then it'll give you like gold. Friend both get gold.
Yeah.
So like the way around that is you could just start a game with a friend and just like concede the game or surrender the game, and then just like have gold in like a second. Like that would be the easiest gold you ever get, right?
Yeah.
So me and my friend started like since this call started, we invited each other to play a game together. I think we both have that quest.
Yep.
But we each happen to pick decks that are like the decks that basically is made to stall for time and to last like until the bitter end kind of deck. And we're both going. I just realized that we could just like surrender and like get gold, but we're just like, actually just trying to test our decks to see like who lasts better. It's one of those stall for time, like I'll wait out longer than you, before I slowly kill you kind of decks, and we're just both surviving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Yep. Sorry, totally out of topic, but
yeah, it's totally out of topic. But what's also out of topic but tangentially related. What we can do is we can talk about my childhood. So let me go ahead and tell you a story about how when we were in the computer club, our school was getting rid of these old computers, these older outdated computers. And we were basically, it's reformat the computer and then sell them to the community of anyone who wants to buy it to help out our club, right? And they know the deal. It's used computers, it's old computers and whatnot, but people are coming in, looking at it, and buying it if they want it. So what one of the computers had this yellow tint to it because the screen was damaged. And so it's not like it was stained. It was that like the LED or LCD or whatever they had back then, those big monitors. It was an all-in-one like PC, so like an old Mac, and
Yeah, I remember those.
yeah. So it was got this yellow tint. You couldn't fix it. And so one of the people in the club was like, "Oh, we got to get rid of this. We're not going to be able to sell this. We got to just throw it out." And I'm like, "Nah, we can sell this." So I write on it limited edition yellow screen, and then someone went ahead and bought it, and they're like, "Yeah."
No.
So it's like, right. So that's yeah, that's the thing.
That's fucking awesome. You're a salesman as a kid.
Yeah, it was not so much, but yeah, that was basically so they could have just reframed the context and then make it a little bit better for them, but they ended up not so much doing that, as instead trying to antagonize their, I don't know if they're their fans or customers or whatever.
Yo, I'm trying to think of way back in my childhood when I sold weed, but I never.
Well,
I did have a friend though who's oregano and sold it to a guy for $40 for in a Ziploc bag and called it weed.
Oh, that's some good shit, man. I did that to a kid one time, except I sold a fake mushroom. And he gave me $80 for it. So I was like, oh fuck, I just ripped this guy off. And so 2 hours later, he calls my cell phone and I don't pick it up because I think he realized that I ripped him off. So I just don't pick up the phone, and he keeps calling, and I don't pick it up for the next 2 days. And then he talks to someone and they heard that I ripped him off. And he was calling me not because he was mad that I ripped him off, but he wanted to know if I had any more, because he got a placebo off it. It was so sad.
That's funny. He got a little bit of shiitake mushroom.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So. Yeah.
Let's bring us back to topic.
Oh, okay. So you had some.
We veered off.
Yeah, you had some bad decision making, I guess, and you had some other decisions that could have been made better, but they didn't. So I don't know. What do they want from the people? What do they want? Do they want them to just go out and buy a phone and then pay for all their microtransactions and then be all like, oh hey, we don't care too much about the stuff that you guys are going through. You can just go ahead and KYS and write us in your will so that all of your money goes to Blizzard, and then that's how we subsist as basically this scammer company that scams people out of their money without providing anything of actual value, and then hashtag resist capitalism. That's how I think that's how it's done, something like that. I don't know.
Imagine if another comes out of it, call it Diablo Gate.
Diablo Gate. The thing is, I don't think this is really that big a deal to the point where it's going to cause them to have a huge hashtag backlash, or they might have already had something like that. I think what it's going to ultimately do is just have some people put off to the folks at, what is it called, Blizzard, in buying their stuff. So they may not buy it. I think that's really what it'll come down to.
So it's not that big of a deal, right? You mean just like Gamergate was not that big?
Well, here's the thing about Gamergate. Gamergate could have done something.
To all the Gamergate who feel strongly about Gamergate, actually take no side. If you're a feminist,
I was not really
Gamergate.
paying too much attention to what we were talking about when you mentioned Gamergate. Actually, so what about Gamergate?
Oh no, I just made a snide remark, to people who actually felt strongly one way or the other. I basically said it didn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Well, it didn't affect me one way or
it was an ARG, right? An alternate reality game. So it's it functions similar to that. And then you had some people who tried to capitalize off of it, what's it called? Yandere Simulator. That's actually one of the folks that like tried to get.
I'm good.
No, really, he said that. He was like, "Oh, you can do whatever, like I'll do whatever you guys want if you you support my yandere thing." And oh, snap.
Oh, I believe yeah.
Uh
Yandere Dev and Yandere.
okay. So for some reason, oh, we got rebels. Ugh. Okay, so you know how my plan was to just like not pay attention, and then the game would just be played very terribly. That's what's happening right now.
Awesome, great.
Yeah, so let's see. I can just leave. I need to keep some soldiers here to repress the thing. I think I'll leave the what do generals have in this game? I don't know if they have like pistols or swords. Like they have something. I don't even really remember what they had. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. I'll leave an agent there. That should be able to handle it. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Path of Exile. Does that even pick that up too? Nah. So yeah, so that's basically what it is. Is Gamergate? They had a bunch of people. They have like a very low kill count. They did not they did not have very many kills, as I understand it. You know, despite the fact that people were saying they were worse than ISIS.
Very few casualties for Gamergate.
Very few. Very few.
Except there were about a lot of butts out there getting hurt. All right, that was a bad joke. I apologize.
Yeah, there were let me just save this game here. All right. Yeah, there was like butts, there was hurts, there was I don't know, like something like someone like left her house.
Someone left their house.
Yeah, but you know, like Shirako got banned from what was it, YouTube because he was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and then like he killed like some NPC woman. He killed an NPC character, like some woman. I think it was like a suffragette, like one of those women who's like trying to get women the right to vote or something like that, like in city areas. And then like he I don't know what he actually did because like we can't actually like you'd have to find like a third party site to see the video like re-upload because like his channel's been taken down from YouTube. But yeah, I think it's like he killed one of them and is saying like, oh, this promotes violence against women. This promotes violence, and that's why his stream was
people are
down.
so fucking stupid.
Despite the fact that like throughout like before that he had been going around like shooting people in the head with like a gun that like takes their like skull off of their head and like doing things that are like a lot more violent and that's totally fine. But like you hit a woman. I think he punched her and put her on like the train tracks or something, or like that was like an achievement that you get, and then like some other stuff like there. So yeah, a lot of nonsense.
It would be great if 10 years from now the achievement on the Xbox just called Gamergate achievement.
No, they already have like Gamergate references in video games, and they all suck. Like they're not good. They're as disappointing as you think they are. It's like cheesy. It's like hello fellow kids level of like where it's like, oh hey, we're totally like one of you guys. Like how are you guys doing?
I too am me.
My friend.
Speaking of like guys like gamers that are like I guess like more like elderly gamers or whatever. You have what's called the Phil, something Phil. I sent it in text to you guys. It was voiceover Phil or whatever. And basically, what he does is he just goes around and like makes fake scam commercials. He's like, oh, this person needs your help. In order to help them, they're going to need your parents' credit card's number along with like the expiration month and date and the 3 numbers on their back. And then like it's like obvious like a fake scam. So that was like the kind of like the joke, but they didn't quite understand. I guess YouTube didn't quite get it. Yeah. So.
Did he actually pull a number?
I don't think he did. I think like the point was that like he wasn't. It was
It'd be
like,
amazing
not a
if
real scam. It's just It's like not a. It's just whatchamacallits. These are all just like spear guys. I don't know.
So I was at a convention the other weekend, because you were talking about going to convention.
Yeah.
I actually took I took a clip. I think I sent it. So at the convention, I met this like teenager, which was probably like 14 or 15 years old. Like, there's a bunch of people at the convention with their own art stands, and like they make their art and they sell their art. There's a bunch of YouTubers there.
Yeah.
And you know, she's asking me to like buy her art, right? And I realized that I'm like, oh, you know what? You should put this on like Twitter or Instagram and whatnot, or Facebook. You should definitely put your art out there so people could see it. And she tells me that her parents don't let her use social media anymore.
Oh yeah,
because it's addicting.
Oh,
like,
I thought she was gonna be like, oh, because of Gamergate. So it's like, oh, because of Gamergate, like no more social media for you because you're gonna end up like them.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna end up like Gamergate.
It was because like I don't think she ever was on social media since, you know, from the get-go, and I don't know how to feel that kids nowadays actually like, you know, all this fear about social media and games like making our kids crazy.
No. Well, yeah, I know about
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Like...
It's like, huh? She's actually okay with like social media because she accepts that, and her parents told her that it's addictive, so she's not going to use it. I'm like, huh? That's interesting.
Oh, so like she actually her parents basically push this meme and she buys it hook, line, and sinker, and it's like, oh hey, I'm going to not get on the social medias because it's too addicting. It's like a drug, you know. The first one's always free, but then like they start, you know, I'm actually interested. Like, what if like Twitter started implementing like microtransactions, where like, you know, they start like, you know, having these like tweets and what have you, and then like, you know, you tweet these things, and it's like, oh hey, you know, like you throw in 50 cents here, you'll get more exposure out of your tweet. I think they already do that.
Like
but
super tweet. Like
I think they already do that, but yeah, something. 6. All right, it's got a 6 minutes. All right, whatever.
That's an interesting view to keep your kid off social media. I feel like, yeah, that's definitely a very conservative view. We're moving on to the social media age. It doesn't seem like a great idea.
Yeah, no, I'm. You know, when I have a kid,
Cancel that.
Like, what am I gonna? Should they be on social media? It got me thinking that I don't even.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There needs to be some amount of discipline, but at the same time, the freedom is important too. I feel like, for instance, if they're going outside and like socializing as well, and using social media and whatever, I feel like that's very healthy actually. But what would be unhealthy use of social media? Like,
well, basically, be on your phone. Like,
if it's giving them anxiety issues or what, I don't know.
I think that the problem with social media is that it's too boring, and then like if a kid gets on there, then they're gonna be all like, "Oh, this is what I do for fun now," and then like they're just gonna be wasting their life doing something that's not actually that fun. So
yeah, that's a legitimate concern. Is
you mean wasting their life? I mean, but that's what the thing is. It's like fun is defined by like each person individually. I mean, that's just the new age. That's all it is. I mean, it sounds like it's not what I want. It's like this whole like humans are becoming digitized and we're all becoming like you know, the AI is winning or whatever.
Well, I mean, like we have like literal NPCs in real life now, so I don't know what you want from this. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Social media is like if you have a huge social media network, you're already worth more as a human being. To be honest, like that's the age we live in.
You're basically saying social media following is the new money. So
yeah, I mean, like I have friends with thousands of, I guess, Facebook follower friends or whatever, and those people, I mean, they're not really using it to their advantage, but they could. And I don't know, like this one dude I know, he tried to start his own YouTube channel. I mean, this sounds a little deja vu here, but he tried to start his new YouTube channel. He has like 2,000 friends or whatever maxed out.
Yeah,
and his YouTube videos have like thousands of views. or like 1,000 plus views, and that's because he uses his Facebook as like a self-promotion tool, even for his YouTube channel. I mean, like, it wasn't a very good idea because YouTube's not very like. I don't ever think like YouTube's a way to make money unless you become really big. But that was like such a huge starting point for that one person. Imagine if he used that big influence for his own business, even, or for his own services, even. Like, hey, anybody need like whatever? I don't know. Like people live their life differently, you know. Some people are very like some people live in that world where they always get a job because they always have friends who hire them to fix their piping or whatever. I don't fucking know. Like, like everybody lives in a different bubble, and for like a parent to decide that their kid's not going to use social media, that's like judging based on your own understanding of life and what you went through. How can you like judge like this new era that's coming in with like, how is it going to work out? Like, what if it's very beneficial to have a huge social media influence? What if now, if you're like a technician, like, imagine the future of work, like, practically
I agree with
like, just look at restaurants these days. You have to get your restaurant off Yelp, like on Yelp, to be somebody on, like, you know, food, like, to sell food, right? Like,
for sure.
Like, people now, they don't, like, before social media, you just go around, you walk around, oh, this restaurant looks nice, and you walk in, right? Now it's like, you look it up. You look it
Google
up.
Maps.
You look this up. You look that up. You look. It was a printed book. Oh, I see. But I didn't use that.
Yeah, you got the you got the Michelin star book. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, you use
that was. Yeah, I never used that.
Yeah, I mean, but now it's like, how many times have I looked up something on Yelp? How many times have I been to the city and I'm like, okay, I'm here now. I've never been here before. Instead of walking around randomly, I'm gonna Google my position, and then, you know, get my place on Yelp, whatever, or find my, you know, place on Yelp, and I don't know, like, or like, look at Waypoint Cafe. This is like this cafe, a gaming cafe. Like, they're huge.
Yeah, well, they're way too crowded now because there's always like the news is always going there
so
whenever they cover anything.
That's bad for us, but it's great for them.
Oh hell yeah, Gino must be.
They play the social media game so hard, and that's pretty much the new, like, think about like the guys behind Waypoint. Think about the workers behind Waypoint. They probably promoted themselves off social media.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like
I know them personally.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's
not like a strategy. It's like they just do. It's like a cool place for them too. Like, they legit like it. It's not like your boss says, "Hey, like, go home and like my Facebook." No, they actually like the place.
Yeah, and then I have a friend who owns a few businesses in Chinatown, and he also talked about how all these new businesses popping up in Chinatown, like ice cream rolls, oh, they're so annoying. They're just Instagram baits now. But it's like, that's
which is what the market
Instagram baits, but that's what's working.
Right. Exactly, which is what the is. Like, and one of the reasons why Waypoint and all these places are so successful is because no one else is doing it.
Yeah, you know? No one else is doing it too. Well, I mean, that's another thing. Like, that's another topic. Like, game cafes, man. I think.
Well, Local Battles is in New Jersey, so that they have something there, but like these are very few and far between. But the thing is,
and they're usually like always like money grubbing, you know?
Yeah. The thing
is, like, it's almost like video games. Even like you have like League of Legends, the microtransaction free to play, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, one thing that made Waypoint huge, I think, is that you could just buy a small coffee and sit down. And be part of that community.
Yeah. Yes, that's genius. That's how I got into it.
Yeah,
for sure. Like props on like Gino. Gino's the place.
And the owner of Waypoint Cafe. Yeah, he's just like, you can just sit there. I don't care if you know, don't buy anything. I guess, you know, he's like chill and. Oh
yeah, he's super chill.
That's the new era also, and that's a good thing. That's a good development. Like, I feel like these types of businesses that are like sort of more, I don't know what you want to call them. We're in the age of like internet reviews dominating the market.
Yes.
And that means we get better businesses too, because you can't just bullshit, you know. You can't just money grub, because then you're gonna have bad reviews. you know.
Yo, that's definitely true because there's so many shitty restaurants down here in Dallas.
I mean,
and
you
like,
still want to make money, but
yeah, like, okay, so I've been like, you guys hear me bitching about basically is like traveling back in time, right? And people literally like oblivious to A, other people that exist that's outside of their race, and B, like the real world and like and what's on it. So there's like a ton of shitty places here in Dallas that just gets away with it. Like I walk into like a restaurant and the food will be terrible, but then the decor will be nice because then like land is cheap here. So just buy a whole bunch of like fancy curtains, and the food is like it's shit. Like it's incomparable. And dude, and I'm not even in terms of food. I've been a food snob at all. But now that I got here, it's like, god damn, like let me go back to New York City and like try something like good for once. Like I was in a ramen restaurant, and basically everyone said this is the best ramen ever. This is the best ramen they have that's out here. It's like rated top, blah blah blah, 4 point something on Google. I go there and I'm like, oh, I could get better ramen in New York City for like just like off a place I just pick on the street, like not even trying.
It's interesting. So it's like you.
Yeah, I'm bitching again, but it's a lot of like low quality here, and it goes. I'm just going to like your point of like social media is a big thing, and it should be embraced. And there are places that have yet to embrace it, like way behind. Sorry to hijack the conversation. I just want.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, go back to what you were saying before.
We're doing great. But like, yeah, I just disconnected a little. What's going on? God damn.
Yeah. So
Discord's so toxic to my web.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, liberal stooge like wasn't even able to get on Discord initially because of the web version. Like he was on whatchamacallit.
I just want to throw my 2 cents in there. I think it's a good little topic you're bringing up. I don't know, man. It's like because you want to protect your kids as much as you can, right? So I can totally understand you where you want to be like, just shut it out, like total. No, fuck that, you can't do it. But it's almost getting to the point where that's could be like almost like abuse. You know what I mean? Because like you're saying, this whole world's becoming so interconnected through online, and the millennials are connecting through platforms, you know, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that dumb shit, and they just get fucking hooked on it. I'm not personally into all that because I don't like the idea of being like that able to be tracked. Like I don't like the idea that they're logging where you're, you know, connected from and keeping records, and if someone looked into, you know, track you down like that. So I guess I'm kind of outside in that sense, but yeah, today's day and age, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like that it is kind of like a little bit of the trap, but at the same time, it's like, you know, these people they're kind of like okay, you ever play Black Ops 1, the campaign of that game? I know Liberal Stooge, you played it, right? So
yeah, man, I'm playing 3 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you played the first one, right? So you know how like in the Vorkuta level where Reznov is all there and like he's hiding behind like the ledge, the side of like the door that's opening, and then everybody else is just standing right in front of the door, and then when the door opens, like there's a minigun that just mows them all down and everybody's dead except for you and Reznov. I feel like the social media users are like the prisoners, and then like the people who stay off of social media are like the Reznovs. And that's you know, that's useful though for the people who are like Reznovs, because it keeps you out of the radar. You know what I mean? Like there's more noise for you to hide behind. So ultimately, it's positive for that reason and only that reason.
Yeah. At the same time, I feel where if my parents were to do that using like the analogous technology back, that's analogous to social media now, I would say like, I don't know. I immediately compare to what if my parents decided that computers were dangerous and they had video games that prevent me from studying, and they never got me a computer. And I'll be like, well, yeah, but at the same time, like learning how to fix my own computer and how to like troubleshoot it basically got me employment opportunities later down the road. And I would like be fixing people's computers in high school, you know, before my peers like knew like how to, or like saw this as a thing.
Yeah, I mean it's similar to whatchamacallit, like you have what am I thinking of? I'm playing this game, it's distracting me. But yeah, you have people who like, you know, learn how to pirate stuff and how to torrent, and then like you learn all these skills related to you have all of these skills, and these skills are just related to the piracy, and then you learn about like security, and then you learn about like, you know, how to secure a router and stuff because of all the piracy that you've engaged in all these years. And then now you have a job working as like, you know, security for like a big technology firm, all because you wanted to pirate some you know, what's it called? What is it called when like you're pirating like porn? Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I got the free shit, man. I was just going off of the cheap stuff, yo. You pirated that? Like, like people paid for that stuff? Damn.
Well, I mean, porn still exists, so someone's paying for it. Like, you know, it's not. That's kind of like how it works. You wouldn't have it anyway. Like people who pay. It's like Planet Fitness, right? Porn is essentially Planet Fitness. Like you got people who are paying that like don't go to the gym, and then you can go to the gym for a very low price because of the subsidies of the people who pay. Like I guess like the term they like to use now is pay pigs, right?
Pay pigs?
Yeah. You got like the pay pigs. So like, you know, they're
that's
the ones
so true too.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's the same reason why you have these mobile games that like that totally exist, and then like they're like, you know, kind of dumb, but whatever. And like people are buying into the microtransaction things. People are buying DLC. People are, you know, I don't know, doing whatever stuff. It's like YOLO to the max, and then yeah.
Yeah, it's making me think now. People are saying how social media makes more disconnected and isolated from each other. I feel like, okay, so my argument, what was before social media?
You know, you had the phones.
Yeah, the phones. Okay, that's totally fair. I see where they're going with it. I'm just saying, like, is it really social media as connected?
I do think so, actually. I used to back in college. I used to be in this thing called the commuter lounge, and I used to like meet random people. Like that used to be like a hobby of mine almost. I knew like a shit ton of people in college, actually, like more than I've ever met.
Yeah.
But once like the laptop era hit, I would call it, you couldn't meet people anymore. Everybody was in their own bubble instead. And it was like it's like this. Imagine this open room. Just like an auditorium style with a bunch of chairs and shit and tables, and that's all it was. And
I had that
window. Yeah, except back in like pre 2000 or around 2010, you know, people were like there to study, but also a lot of people are open to be bothered, so to speak. Now it's like everybody's trying to zone into their, you know, like a horse, how you put the thing around the horse so they can only look forwards. They're like that with their laptops, and that's the era we're in, like because of the laptop age, I guess. And I didn't really have a laptop back then, so I kind of understood, but I don't know, like I kind of just watched that all happen in like around 2010, 11, 12. It just all rolled in, and that's when this whole even like social media transition start rolling in, where it's like more important who you are in social media than who you are. Well, it's not more important. It's like they're both the same. They're both part of you now, and it's like interesting, almost. I mean that's like college socializing maybe, but at the same time, that's like it's the same thing with the subways too. Like now everyone's on their phone, playing on their phone all the time. I mean, like I mean, but the thing is that really making the world a smaller place, or is it making it just different? Like now, it's harder to interact with random people.
Well,
but...
let me posit this. If you look at open world games, you have Yakuza 4, where Kamurocho or Kabukicho or whatever, the fake Kamurocho, they basically are. You go in there, it's like it's small. It's a really small town, but it's packed with like all these different like mini games and like side quests and like all this other stuff. And you know, if you ignore the main quest and just play the side quests, like you'll be there for like a good chunk of time. But is that smaller or bigger than like Metal Gear Solid 5, where you have like a lot of empty space and like all these enemy bases are far apart from one another and all this other nonsense?
Huh. Yeah, I mean, like, it depends on your metric then, how you want to measure it, what you think
I'm
is
not going to
important.
say that it's going to, you
in
can
making
have
that
like a quality versus quantity type thing, but I'm saying
no,
that,
yeah,
like,
I mean, it's a subjective choice on how you want to evaluate, in other words. I think this is a pretty good analogy, because in this case, like, you know, you can argue both ways, just it really depends on the metric you choose, whether it's smaller or bigger now, kind of. And like, I don't know. And then that really goes back to like, that's the thing, like that also still supports, that still makes me think like that's why you shouldn't ban kids off social media, because they're gonna choose their own metric for their own quality of life, and whatever you choose is not gonna be true for them when they're older. Because when they're older, they're gonna be in that new world where the quality of life is the people you interact with on Instagram or what have you at that point, you know, whatever year they're going to be in.
For sure. It's so I've been going to spaces to basically get myself, and it sounds so fucking sad. But essentially, one place it's a non-profit organization. Wood cutting machines and 3D printers and laser cutters. But essentially, I go there and it's just a room with 2 couches and like a TV with Netflix on it. And then people who go there just to honestly, like, I've been going to a place like that to like just meet and chill, like, and meet people. And I realized that and I guess this could be the whole what's that name of the effect where when you think of one thing you keep seeing it over and over again?
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. Yeah.
The Mass Effects, right? It's like when you're looking for a car that you want to buy, you end up seeing like all these cars, and
yeah, sure. And I've been reading this article on maker spaces now, especially in the Midwest, where people go just to have like. And I'm wondering, is that like, can I call that like a product of people now, like, you know, something's popping out now, squeezing, you know, people too hard into the laptop bubble that you're gonna find a way to social somehow. And funny enough, it's related to tech. It's a makerspace. People who go there are usually mechanical engineers, or your programmers who go there to like to get some co-working done. And of course, you don't have to be an engineer of any sorts to go there. Well, you guys think that could, just like people are now aware that they're probably lacking a whole social community. It's the reason why these things are popular.
I don't know. It could be that.
I don't know if you guys are aware. I read a lot of basic like, and what I was reading, this was on this personal finance called Mr. Money Mustache, and essentially, yeah, he retired and he decided to put it all on like broad index fund, and he's basically living, but he's living very free, and he has this like tool shed where people come by. He calls it Money Mustache headquarters, where people just come by and like hang out and try to retire too, follow footsteps. And it's like, it's kind of like a makerspace. He has like a saw there. Basically, he saves so much money making things on his own. And like a bunch of stuff there, and that's like makerspace or so I think I think there's still people out there who really like treasure actual human communication.
Oh yeah. Sounds pretty good. I mean, also, what was it? Kian Magana, the lawyer from the Dick Show, was talking about something like that. He was basically saying, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah. You know, I used to bring my laptop to a coffee shop, and I would, you know, find a girl who's studying whatever with her textbooks out, and then I would just take out my laptop, Google the subject, and then be like, oh hey, blah blah blah. What do you think about
that's
biology?"
so good.
So,
I've never tried that, but if I was single, I would try that. It's such a good idea.
yeah, like, and he would ask about like a topic that he had like no idea like about it whatsoever prior to that. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Anyway.
I think it all boils down to basically it depends on the people, you know? Like sometimes you just have luck and you run into good people. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't work out that way.
That's definitely true, and it depends on like what the way that people prefer to, the way that people who you meet prefer to interact or not, or lack thereof.
Well, yeah. So you got those things, and it's pretty interesting. I wonder who's going to attack next. I think this guy's going to have to. I'm going to have to attack. I don't know who to attack. I'm going to have to attack. Shoot. All right,
I veered off.
All right, so this guy's on defense. Whatchamacallit. Like I have to defend the capital, and then I have to attack someone else's town and then take it over. But the thing is, you have to convert the population of the town that you've conquered to your side first before you can leave. Otherwise, they'll start rebelling. It's like, like you can build a police station, but I don't have enough money. Like basically, I'm just gonna have to send over like some agents to try to bribe them to make them happy, and then that's how you do it.
Can you like poison the well and watch everyone die?
You can assassinate people. What's going on here? You can assassinate people, and then like it's kind of like how they die. I don't know if they animate like how it is. I think you can get like poisoned weapons or something as part of your assassination game, but that's a detail that I'm not too familiar with. You know, I watch this guy play a YouTuber, Legend of Total War, and he plays interesting campaigns. But he's actually good at this game because he knows like the mechanics and stuff. Like I don't even know like the basics. Like I'm barely aware of what's going on. To we're gonna build an inn to make people happy, or we're gonna build a police station to start spreading propaganda. But we need money, so.
I mean, to go back, if you're normalized to communicating via, like Twitter and Facebook, that can definitely, be a detriment to normal interactions, like going up and meeting people the old-fashioned way. I can totally understand that. I remember when I was going to college and I took a picture of like 10 people sitting at the bus stop, and they're all like staring at their phones, and I called it chat room because it was
chat room.
Yeah, ironic because no one's talking to each other, but they're all like in some fantasy world where they're talking to someone.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat room.
That sucks.
I get it.
Let's see. We got.
I had this thought the other day where, if we could somehow use immersion to our advantage, like at work, some people work in like just cubicles that are kind of not innocent gray all the time, right? What if you had a VR headset that essentially, if when you put it on, will still like, allow you to see like what's on the screen of your laptop, but everything else around is basically like you could on an island on the beach, basically listening to like sounds of the waves.
It's like that's called that's called augmented reality. That's AR.
Yep.
They have them. They have them, and it always sucks. Like they all suck basically. Like, you know, what I want is like, have you ever played Splinter Cell Conviction? Your objectives appear on the wall, like as a text on the wall, like it's being projected onto the wall, but only you can see it, you the player, right? And I was thinking, like, you know, that's the kind of AR that we need to have exist, where like you can have your objectives appear on a wall, like, you know, instead of having it on a paper that you look at or look down at your phone, it would appear on the wall, but like it would have to be like some kind of contact lens that doesn't make you blind from having it directly in the middle of your face. So
right. That would be like true immersion. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick. Who's this guy? All right, so let's see, what's it?
Why does it sound like it's raining? I really hope it's not. It's been raining a lot, and I don't know where my umbrella is. So sometimes I walk home like, drenched.
It's not in.
Yeah, it's raining again.
Oh yeah. Where are you? Wait, you? It's raining there, or?
It's raining there, where I am.
Interesting. Oh, come on, like this. 650. Let's see if we can get this.
So, liberal student, can you tell us like about? What do you? Yeah. What's popping? What's new? What's good?
Nada, man. I'm happy that I got all this figured out. I ended up just plugging in my Beats headphones into my cell, and I was trying to get shit popping last time on this garbage laptop I have, but I might as well just scrap that and like use it for toilet paper, man. It is really defunct.
How old is it? How long?
I actually just bought it last year, but I tried to save money and buy a shitty laptop thinking that would, you know, make sense, but it was just like really fucking terrible. So
it was actually a shitty laptop.
Yeah, exactly. It was a horrible business decision on my end.
What were real? Go ahead.
No, I'm just hanging out here. I was reading some Tolstoy. I love Death of Ivan Ilyich. It's one of my favorite books.
Yo, that's Tolstoy. I have yet to get started.
Yeah, he's a great author, definitely.
War and Peace, right?
Yeah, did he penned that one? I haven't made it. I haven't made it there quite yet. I'm trying to get my feet wet.
Gotcha.
I don't know if we can retreat. Can we retreat? No, that's not good. Oh,
hey man, you said you're in Dallas, right?
Yup.
You have a lot of problem with the immigrants from Mexico down there, or is that just like media spin?
So it's not a problem. I don't know, like what. Yeah. It's definitely been that it's a problem. There's definitely a lot of like, Mexican immigrants that like come in like, oh yeah, I could see why people would feel a certain way. Actually, no, don't. I could see why it's very prolific, in a sense that like there's a lot of them here, and there's a lot of neighborhoods with Mexican people, and the funny thing is you hear, people find problems with them or whatnot, but yet you know there's a lot of taco restaurants, there's a lot of Mexican restaurants where it's Tex-Mex is huge. I'm so sick of Tex-Mex, by the way. Like I always fucking have Tex-Mex. Fuck that shit, dude. I'm so sick of it already.
Tired of the Tex-Mex.
Yeah, just because I have it so often. Like every time my coworker, let's go out for lunch, it's just Tex-Mex. It's either that or like this shitty Thai restaurant.
Oh, because like they don't have enough Asian people there, so like the Asian food is not actually like is it like the Asian food is like not even run by Asian people, like because in New York City the way it works is they have like for example they have like a Mexican and Chinese restaurant. There's one in Queens where the proprietors are Chinese and their Chinese food is good and their Mexican food is terrible, and then there's one in like closer to the Bronx that's proprietary by Mexicans, and their Mexican food is good, but their Chinese food is terrible. So it's like, you know, there's that. But then again, you don't necessarily need to be of the same race, because if you look at like Sarku, Japan, that restaurant, like all the people who work there are always Chinese. Like there are no Japanese people who work there. So yeah, there's that.
I thought you were gonna go the direct of Mexican people working in the restaurant or Chinese restaurants.
I don't know. They do something. I'm not quite sure what they're doing.
Yeah, man, you got to go to Yonkers. I went there like probably about 6 months ago, and I got awesome fucking Mexican food at one Chinese place. It was insane.
Yonkers, all right.
Yeah.
Making me miss New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, food here sucks. That's the gist of it for me.
That blows.
Oh. You'd hope that like it's a good situation, but nah, it's not. I have enough to take these guys.
I'm dealing with it. Cooking at home more. Still
That's
looking
smart,
at
man.
yeah, and it saves money.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We'll see how long that lasts. You know.
Maybe you just haven't found like the best. Like, there's a really awesome restaurant, and you just haven't found it yet.
I'm hoping it's that case.
Right.
Are there a lot of delis there?
No, there's no deli.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude, there's no bodegas.
Wow. Dude, like to me, America is delis. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or is that New York City now? Now I'm starting to understand. Yeah,
there's a place. It's a big place called New York Deli, and it tried its best to like be similar to like a New York deli, and it's so far away from.
Oh, word.
Wait, it's called New Delhi, as in like the city?
No. I forget. I think it's New York Deli or like something along the newspaper or something, or New York Times Deli or something like that.
Yeah, basically something.
It's not. Yeah.
Sounds like some kind of nonsense.
Yeah, it is.
You probably need guns. I don't know. I'm going the guns route this playthrough because I'm not good enough to go the no guns route. Like in this game, it takes place during the Boshin War, so you have the ability to recruit modern units that use guns, and you can recruit traditional units which use swords or spears, or bow and arrow. And the traditional units take longer to train, and they wear armor, but the armor is completely negated when enemies use firearms. So yeah. So there's that. They got a lot of shooters. That's not good, but we could probably defend it.
Hey man, is this the only game you play on? Is this Twitch? Is that what this is?
No, I'm on YouTube right now.
They're on YouTube.
Well,
I'm actually playing Path of Exile on Twitch. Yeah. Which I wanted to talk about, but I was like too busy cooking, and now I'm like back. I don't know what the. I guess I'll just start rambling or something. Yeah, dude, Path of Exile. This game is really good. Have you ever played? Any of you guys get into that? I think I'm the only one here, right?
Yeah.
No, I've played it.
All right, I haven't played it. I played the Diablo 2, but that's as far as I played. Oh, I don't know.
I love this game.
I don't know. You got
it.
Seamless over in Dallas? Does Dallas have Seamless? Like, you got that Seamless. Like,
like I haven't even tried Seamless because I just like have such low expectations.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for
maybe
for
you need to get it delivered. Like, that's what it is. You need to get it delivered from a bit further away, and then you'll have the good food. It's like the good food tax. Yo,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's saying that we've been streaming for 6 hours. That does not sound true.
No.
6 hours straight.
Although I wouldn't mind. I'm down to just chat straight.
Yeah, man, 6 hour stream. This is like this is what we got. This is like almost a rip off of Let's Drown Out now, which is what Yahtzee and his friend from Australia did, where they would play a video game and just talk over it. Like, except we're playing 2 video games. Oh, beat that! They can watch on Twitch or YouTube, and they can watch Path of Exile, or they can watch was it Total War Shogun 2: Fall of the Samurai?
Fuck yeah! And if I start streaming,
all right. So let's see how these guys are situated. These guys are all over the place.
Do you think that's like a good business idea, guys? Like, just like play games and like talk and like have it be like a regular thing, join just to watch. I mean, obviously, like Twitch is a thing, right? So I guess I think there's opportunity for that.
Yeah, there probably is. What are these guys doing here? All right, so I think that we need. Okay, so I don't know. Like the way they had it automatically set up was kind of bad. They had like the soldiers just kind of scattered all over the place, like not really. Kind of just jacking it, not doing much. Like, yeah, I mean, like, what are these guys doing here? Like, what way are they facing? They're like they're pointing their guns at their teammates, basically. Oh man, like, it's terrible. Okay, let's see where they're coming from. Oh, that's all right. They got no guys over here. We got guys coming in from down there. All right, we gotta get you guys to man the fort over there. You guys gotta get there fast. No more jacking it. I'm gonna go send here. I'm gonna send the general there. Yeah. What else? Who's moving first? So these guys are moving, and they're moving up to here. Ooh. This is not looking good. We're like surrounded. We're in a castle, but no, I don't know. Like, as anyone who's watching can see, like, there are 3 people watching right now. I'm assuming that it's just, us, like, testing the stream.
There might be people.
Alright, we'll put you guy over here, and we'll put you guy over here. And then you gotta move out of the way, because... Alright, and then we want you...
I really want to play Yandari.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna play the Yandari.
Yandere Simulator.
Yeah.
We don't... Okay, we do need people there. I don't know. I think we can move these people up forward. Fighting on 2 fronts. The CPU doesn't have to deal with limitations of... Which one are these guys going?
Okay, let me actually go to catch up on the news and what you guys been sending me. Did you guys see the convention I went to where I met the voice actor?
Yeah, I saw that. You met who's it? You met that guy.
To give liberal students some background convention this past weekend, and it's like talking about that earlier. And it was just like, it wasn't that big actually, but there were a bunch of YouTubers there. Most of them were voice actors. And actually, this YouTuber called Mr. Creepypasta. Mr. Creepypasta was there, and he has like, he's an actual YouTuber. He has like 19 million subscribers or something. And what he does is he goes like on 4chan, finds creepypasta, and he reads it in like a really scary voice.
Oh yeah, they do that. I know Mudahar would read creepypastas as well as crappy pastas or troll pastas, and then that's what he would do.
Yeah, dude, I met him, and I felt like I was meeting a celebrity, because I mean he is a celebrity, a YouTube celebrity, but it's like I would rather meet someone like him than I don't care if I Britney Spears or whatever. Right?
Well, yeah, Britney Spears is like a what is it called? Like a fake celebrity. Like the real celebrities are like the internet now. Like the TV celebrities, those are like the I don't know, like what do they use? The fake ones. Those are the ones that don't matter.
Yeah, right. Those are the real celebrities.
Yo, man. So, were you nervous to meet him?
I actually was. And but he's a pretty. I asked him, hey, I want a YouTube thing too. I want to get started. It might not necessarily be the most popular thing out there, but I see a lot of anime. I review some anime. They actually make it. I see a lot of vloggers doing stuff like that, and they actually make it. And he's like, yeah, you should definitely do it. And he gave me his wife's business card and say to hit him up anytime and like remind him like I'm this and I'm this guy he met. And then he was like, oh yeah, bye for sponsors. That's why he doesn't check inbox. I feel like that's just his polite way of saying like I really don't want a lot of people just like messaging me for no reason. Because now that he's so much. But yeah, like I generally like wanted to meet him. He had an impromptu panel where he was reading creepypasta.
Hello?
He's kind of going in.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting like an oscillating in and out kind of thing going on. Yeah.
Or from my end or from who?
From you, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think I just stopped talking.
No, like while you're in the middle of like a sentence, you're like
I could
going
sound in and out.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it better now?
It's more of the same right now.
Uh huh.
What are these guys doing?
Funny enough, yesterday, moving to New York.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all right.
Wait, what? What is he talking or?
But yeah, I put some Path of Exile Diablo hashtags. Yeah. So yeah, Diablo just announced Diablo Immortal, and that caused a huge thing last weekend, which really made my weekend because those are some amusing memes coming out of the whole Diablo Immortal. And like, I don't know if you guys watched like the actual announcement video, but like there was like one like they did this like whole like Steve Jobs-esque Apple presentation sort of deal. But
the one that they end up getting booed.
Yeah, but it's like we are excited to bring you Diablo on the mobile phone. You're excited too, right? She was
like, no.
With like these cringy pauses and 3 people pretending to be super excited for a mobile game. Like, excited. They use the word excited so many times, dude. And like, yeah. So like, one thing is like, when people have trouble like figuring out is like, why are people so upset? Like, it's just a mobile release. Who cares, right? Well, the thing is like, to answer that, which a lot of people don't understand, is that Diablo has been out for 6 years without a really juicy like update or anything, and they have a whole development team, right? And what has that development team really been working on? Well, turns out, it looks like it's mobile. It's this mobile game, right? It's like, okay. And apparently they're moving more like human resources to that. So Blizzard's just going full casual, I guess. That's like one thing. And it's just like, I think it's also like has to do with like the whole like Blizzard in general as a company. The whole WoW meme is like, you think you want it, but you don't. And then this one, like people are posting like, you think you don't want it, but you do. Yeah.
Oh, that's the meme.
Yeah. That's a good meme.
So stupid.
Yeah.
It's so true too, though.
Yeah.
You know there's gonna be.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Did we lose you?
I don't know. I think we lost him.
Oh no, we lost.
Oh, I'm gonna have to order some food because I'm hungry.
Yeah. Damn it, we killed John. I was gonna say, that would have been a good idea for us to do to get viewers just to play actually play Diablo Infinity and to give it like a review or basically just trash the entire time.
Yeah, I haven't found a good method of recording my phone onto the PC for streaming. Like I found some like kind of hacky ways to do it, but I'm not happy with any of the currently available ones.
Oh yeah, actually that's true. I'm wondering if there's a solution for
I know
for iPhone.
You can do that for Apple if you have an iPhone and a Mac, then you can do it already. Like it's like built in. Windows is supposedly releasing something now where you can do it with any phone, and that's going to be really good if they do that. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I gotta figure out a way to do that. Probably by then the hype will be not as high. Maybe over the weekend. For me, if John comes out, I'll peer pressure John into doing it because now that he's working, he might have the time. Oh fuck! I just use his shit.
So, my stomach is hurting. But anyways, I don't know.
Yo, go eat something, dude. Don't die.
But yeah, my stomach's been hurting like since earlier though. So I think I'm like slightly hungry, but then I'm also like not sure how much of it is hunger and how much of it is like stomachache, which is kind of weird.
Oh shit, dude. Eat something. Drink water.
Yeah, I did eat.
Maybe you're super hungry. Maybe at first you were hungry and super fucking hungry.
That could be it.
I've been like pretty regular on making protein shakes for myself in the morning. Myself up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this habit I really get into is become one of those fitness fuckboys that make shakes.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good idea.
That's America. It's the wonder of America. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like minimalism. I get a blender and I blend my own kale shake.
Kale doesn't taste very good at all.
Kale shake, huh? Yo, actually, I love kale shakes. They sell that a lot in New York. The Shake Boys, the smoothie boys, smoothie carts.
Shake Boys.
Yeah, Shake Boys. Yeah, they always mix kale with like some kind of fruit. I don't know what's up with that trend, but
isn't kale like
it'll increase your radiation intake.
Yeah, I heard about that. Increase your radiation intake.
It's not a big deal, you know.
But,
what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah,
not
so
a
like,
you know how?
But
Yeah.
it is something that
happens.
happens.
This is the perfect season to be drinking kale shakes, you know, so as a bonus to your venture there.
Wait, is it because there's less radiation in this season, or?
Oh, because it's winter. You know, the sun's farther away.
Oh, okay. So there's lower radiation levels, so that's better.
Yeah. Whatever.
You guys
maybe we need to. Maybe we need more radiation. We don't go outside.
I don't. There's different kinds. I don't want like Chernobyl radiation.
Oh, you gotta put on sunblock to block out the UV rays. Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at like a Chinese restaurant thing. Maybe I can get like some unhealthy foods, which is good.
Like what? What are you thinking?
Like either like sesame chicken, but like I gotta lower my sugar intake. Maybe I see if I can get like some, like maybe I can order a chicken, chicken fingers.
You like beef and broccoli?
Yeah, that's all right.
Classic.
I think that's all right. I know Collector doesn't like it. He's not a fan of that. Oh, my stomach is hurting a little bit though. I don't know what this is, but let me see if I just add this here. I can see if I can get sweet potato fries instead of regular fries, because.
Wait, you know what the fucked up thing is, man? Like back in the day, like in the 90s, they used to line buffet trays with kale. Like when you go to it and you like take your food out of it, and it would just be lined with kale. Like that was just junk back then. Now it's like super food. It's crazy.
Because of hipsters, yo.
Yeah, exactly,
did they not know about that before? Did people just discover the benefits of kale recently, or is that what happened?
I don't know. I'd like to think that like they someone just starts to like chew on it after he got locked in the room and he couldn't find the key, and he's like, oh wow, this is awesome. And then it started like a whole movement.
Oh wait, I'm imagining like some kind of like Saw scenario where like the guy's locked in a room.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, all I have to eat is kale. Like,
right.
Like, oh, the kale is all I have to eat. But I mean, hey, that's pretty creepy. But yeah, I guess I'd watch that movie. Like.
And like they're locked in there, and then they come out and they're like all jacked because they were doing push-ups because they're so energized from the killing.
Like one of the things is like, oh, you have to do 50 push-ups, otherwise the room will like get like this like toxic gas will seep into the room.
Right. Yeah,
the
like
VX nerve gas from the movie The Rock will seep into the room if you do not do 50 push-ups.
Oh man, such a good movie, The Rock.
Oh man, we gotta do like movie reviews where like we don't talk about like the movie plot or anything like that. We just talk about how good it is. That should be a good. We should have a new sub-series of movies where it's like, yeah, this is our brand new movie review series. Yo, that is like the such a good movie series where it's like oh, this is such a good movie. And it's like, oh, this is such a terrible movie. Like, oh, what is this?
For sure.
I got. What is this? Control large army. I mean, that's fine.
You guys remember avocado wasn't as popular as it is right now?
Yeah. Definitely. That's also a new thing that like everyone started jacking off to. Like, oh, avocados.
Yeah.
Oh man,
they're so hot.
Literally too, because they have like the hashtag food porn now. So it's like
they call
it food porn. So like you have people like legit jacking off to food now, and it's like, oh, it's just horrible. Like how can you like what has happened to your humanity levels that it has reached such a critical level of terribleness?
Oh god, yeah, that's
dude.
low.
There's actually
all it consists of are pictures of avocados, but the titles would be like what you would find on like a porn subreddit. Oh, like I've been naughty or some shit like that. And then you see that, and you see like comments that you would find on like a porn subreddit. It'll be like, oh yeah, that's naughty, and that's so that's like the only like porn comment I could amongst four dudes. Basically, think of, oh, I've been naughty, and no homo. But yeah, there's subreddits out there that are basically food porn. It's a meme, you know. It's a meme. I respect it. I go on.
Oh, it's raining, which is bad because we have we have we have to get.
It's raining where you guys are at too.
No. It's raining
in the game.
Game. Yeah, the game is raining, and it's bad because I want to take this town before this allied army takes it. So it's like kind of like we have to race to the center. Like technically they're on my team, so like we shouldn't be fighting, but I want the settlement. I don't want to give it to these guys, to these these jackoffs here. What is going on here? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just like do a thing where I just like hide behind like a invading force and then try to send in a team to sneak in real quick. Why is everybody so split up so far though? Like, what is going on here? I want everybody to like be close together so that way you don't Yari. And then like oh, of course my general just gonna run right in front of gunfire. That's a good idea. Like yo, like there's no like pathfinding option in this game. Like you can't like make them go like in an arc instead of just go in a straight line like right through gunfire. Like that would be a
You gotta micromanage.
Yeah, you gotta micromanage it, I guess.
How many actions?
I don't know. I don't like microing though. Like I guess maybe I should be playing a game like Hearts of Iron instead because it's like a lot less micro than. Well, it's a different kind of micro because your microing is like you're microing like, battalions instead of like like these groups. So, I mean, I guess like StarCraft is probably the most annoying because you're microing like individual units. So it's like
yeah, you got micro crazy. I've never get to. Was there a lot of microing? I never really played that.
In what game? Your voice cut out when you said the game's name.
Oh, StarCraft 1?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So even back then, there was like... StarCraft 2.
There was a competition in South Korea where, what is it called? This player did a SCV rush. Like, he had a single Marine and basically built, like, a box of SCVs around the Marine. Like, so that he advanced on the enemy unit, well, the enemy army, which is a Zerg army. And since Zerglings only use melee attack, the Marine is able to shoot at the Zerglings. But he had, like, a box of SCVs around the Marine and had the SCVs repairing each other so that they couldn't, like, kill the SCV because he kept on repairing it with the other SCVs. So it's like the Marine kind of, like, never took any damage and was able to kill all of the Zerg units and then wiped out the other army pretty early on.
Oh shit!
But he was just microing like crazy. He was like he was like breaking out into a sweat afterwards. That's pretty intense. Oh, guys, I gotta get these guys up faster. I don't know if this is
So can I go back on the whole avocado?
Yeah, go back to the avocado meme.
You guys remember when pomegranate was popular?
Pomegranate.
Was it?
Pomegranate.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember that shit? Like that was probably before
kale.
Before kale. Like, I know it's stupid as hell to talk about fruit and how popular fruit is, but like honestly, it astounds me.
This is important information.
Yeah, these guys
like these are fruit that like fuckboys have caught on to.
Yeah, it's the fuckboy trend.
The fuckboy fruit. It's the fuckboy trend. It really is. Fuckboy, all of them.
I mean, was it before kale or was it like at the same time? Kale?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know.
I feel like they were kind of like around the same or like close to the same time when both were popular.
Yeah. There's definitely overlap along with avocado as
right. Yeah.
I feel like kale is like the race of lettuce.
The what?
Like when I eat it, it just feels like eating. And even when I blend it up, it just becomes like tiny razor. I can't either. I need a like blender to really like be turned into liquid, or I'm just gonna live with the fact that it's just gonna become like tiny green razor blades.
Right.
Tiny.
And it's
green.
like kind of hairy too, isn't it? It has that kind of feel of
like the hairs of the kale is what.
Yeah. It's just odd.
For me, it's not like it's like the way it's shaped. It's basically like a really gold leaf that's really fucking hard and kind of feels like razor. So it's like when I eat it, it just feels like eating like paper, and it tastes like what you expect a green vegetable to taste like. I'm fine with the taste. It's just like the texture is weird as fuck.
Definitely weird.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I just want this guy to stop here.
Ask away.
So I hate my current. I don't know if I've told you that. Like, yeah.
Oh, take the base. Take the base. No, 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 no. I think the other army got there first. No, you get in there and you take the base. Don't let them take it. Oh, man.
Yeah, since I got so networking for people like John was, some people just know other people could like get the jobs. Surprisingly, I feel like that's been easier here in Dallas than in New York City. I don't know if the fact that people are generally like more likely to have a conversation. People are definitely nicer in the South. They're more nicer is a very broad term. Let me just specify that in the context of a conversation, they're more likely to ask about your day and have a conversation, basically. And I inevitably like turn these into like networking opportunities, where I kind of just get their contact information or the business card. And everyone has business cards down here, which is interesting to me. I never felt the need to have a business card in New York City. But yeah, I'm just meeting people, and hopefully, and I'm probably jinxing myself, but if I were to lose my job, then like there's some people I could call up. They could help me. Not exactly a job that like, I particularly enjoy or look for. At least I'll have something. I feel like if I really try my best to tap into my network of people, that I've been slowly kind of building up. I mean, it's kind of like a you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing. Because in my company, we have like a referral program, and I've just been referring people like stop just because they asked me to. And if they get the opportunity at the company, then I get like a few $100s. Or like it just like I would introduce someone else who's or a bunch of recruiters that's hiring, and it's interesting to me. I guess like, and of course I'm gonna try to stay in this job and like do as much as I can. It's different.
That's really cool. I mean, like, New York is. There's a lot of jobs in New York. I don't know. I haven't really had much good here, at least.
I feel like it's definitely
like I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger onto it.
I will say this though. People think that people from I wouldn't use the word rude, but I think people in New York are definitely wary of each other, I would say. It really depends on who you meet. Jaded people out there. I feel like in the South, people are more likely to just like have a friendly conversation and to like they feel obligated to. Whereas in New York, they just kind of like look away and just like, all right, see ya.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not good or bad, and I'm actually like normalized to that, and it's fine, honestly. I expect that being a New Yorker. I feel like that removes opportunities to really like have like get the person's number and have opportunity to like to communicate more. I mean, there's definitely a lot of cool too, in terms of networking opportunities and getting to meet them. Like, say I would go to like I'm just imagining I would go to like a career center event where everyone's there obviously to get a job, and there are you're all dressed up, but I see like people hardly networking. It's like they're just there to like listen to the open house and like listen to the conference. Whereas, in Dallas, people would just really come out of their shells. I don't know if I'm seeing this now that I'm forcing myself to come out of my shell more, and I'm just experiencing that more, or if it's actually a fact between the two cities. Maybe I'll attribute it to like the former, is that like because I forced myself to engage and start conversations with random people, that I just happen to meet friendly people, or at least people who stand me long enough to like have a conversation before they decide. Like they will give me the courtesy of having a back and forth at the very least. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I mean, that's one thing that I find that's positive around here. So I'm so scared that I'm actually gonna get used to.
Yeah,
like New York is my home. Huh?
Maybe. Are you?
Dallas is not bad.
Sounds pretty good. Are you saying you're gonna get used to it and it's gonna change when you go back to New York, or?
Oh no, I'm afraid I'm gonna get used to it and I'll stay here for long. I feel like I want to. Like I don't. Like New York is like I came here. The first thing I thought about, like New York is the place to be. Like that's what people in Dallas dream of moving to, and I moved out of. Right? It's what everyone from the Midwest watches on TV and dreams of making it out there in the big city in New York. It's either New York or LA or San Francisco at this point, right? So it's like I moved away, and I grew up there, but now like I just moved into the boondocks. It feels like, and once I moved here, I'm like, I know for a fact that I won't be in Dallas or away from New York City forever. I'll definitely go back. And watch me say this in 10 years. You'll see me. I'll be like, yeah, I'm still here in Dallas. I'll probably be here until I retire.
Yeah, man, that's how it happens. You never know. You never know what's next, man. You might meet a nice. I mean, are you married?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you might meet a nice chick and settle down out there, dude. You never know.
Fuck. Like, fuck. That sounds me. I don't. I'm at the point where I'm eventually back to New York City, because that is the place. And then I find myself like, maybe it's like another dumbass like self-fulfilling prophecies, and I find myself slowly getting used to like Dallas life here in Dallas. People act and behave, and so the mentality down here. And when I do move back to New York, it'll be totally different too. I'll probably think everyone is a rude ass piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's shitty people everywhere, It just,
yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean, I do like the Southern hospitality aspect of it. I just moved down to South Carolina. It's definitely different than even, suburban New York. It's like a slower pace of life.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, it's different. If you're into it, then, then go for it.
What I found interesting is the oh, hold on. I think it's the food delivery. Hold on a second.
Awesome. So you're in South Carolina, right?
Yeah, just came down here outside Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
I'm streaming from my computer. If I switch to Discord on my phone, then I think what will happen is... Alright, let me get the food first. I'll be right back.
Yeah. You.
Put your food on.
South in Texas.
Not geographically, culture-wise, is it not? Or is that just a myth?
Well, wait, could you say that again? It was kind of going in and out.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, South Carolina more southern than Texas, is it not?
You think it's like a different vibe? I'm not sure, man. I've never been out to Texas, but I've had friends that have gone out. You're in Dallas, right?
Yes.
My friend went to Austin, and she was telling me how she thought it was cool, but that's like that's what, like a couple hours out from you?
Yeah, like 3-4 hours.
And is it all like just open land out there when you're driving? It's all like fields and farms and everything?
It feels like it. Technically not farms, but it feels like everything out in open field. Like, if I were to get shot or and dehydrated and die, like no one would be around. You know?
Do you have a gun? Because I think I would have to have a gun out there, man.
True. I definitely feel the vibe that not so much in Dallas, or at least in the city. But I definitely like. There are certain neighborhoods. Funny is like. There's pockets of bad neighborhoods, and you cross the street, it'll be like $1 million houses, and then you go in the same direction, and you just like cross that street, and it'll be like slums again.
Shit.
So you have like, interestingly enough, like little of neighborhoods like that are in contrast like that. Obviously, come from New York City. Moving around, driving around.
Yo, I'm going to have to switch to my cell phone, but I think it's gonna cut out the stream though if I do that. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be not streaming the Discord anymore.
Shit.
Yeah.
Will it turn chat room?
No.
Can we still chat? Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone else can start up the stream if you got the stream key. So I'll close out the stream, and if someone else has got the stream key, they can